Keith. And my question is actually, it's kind of a two-parter, but it's all together. And it was brought to me by this morning. I happened to see a coyote in the road, and that reminded me of Collateral. And that scene was actually not planned and it was put into the movie. But with Mission Impossible, it seems like there's not a lot of space to have scenes that aren't planned. From what I've watched and read, it's very intensive where everything has to be very planned out because of the special of the scenes with the action and all of the stunts and everything. So I wanted to know for you guys, one, were there any scenes that you guys kind of felt like maybe were improvised that you wish had been in the movie that weren't, or that were in the movie? And two, what did you learn about being in this movie or in these movies, because you've been in multiple ones, that about the intensity of filming these kinds of action scenes? I hope that was clear.
That's a two-parter.
Sort of. I tried to condense it.
What about the coyote?
Yeah. I don't know.
I missed something with the coyote.
The coyote and Collateral.
Right, because that was actually, it was kind of an improvised scene. It wasn't a planned, they just were filming it and the coyote was in the road. It was when Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise's characters were in the car and they were going in and they kind of stopped because there was a coyote walking through, but that scene was accidental. And so it kind of made me think of what I was watching about Mission Impossible.
Well, I didn't have any impromptu, moments like that because we were sort of in the enclosed set.
Right.
Now, near the end of the movie, one of the final scenes with the president, when, we've coming to the conclusion of, do we save or is it unsavable, this world of ours? That one was improv a little. I mean, that was that moment, that day, in that moment.
Oh, wow.
It was like, what? Do what? What? McHugh. So that was interesting,
Yeah.
Like, what am I, who's talking to me on the phone? Who am I talking to? So that one was a sort of inspired moment of McHugh right there. So I'm just following his voice. I think we were up against the clock, but it actually, so I was very, I was curious to see it, and it worked great. And that was sort of inspired moment that he had right there in that moment.
I would say, I guess we don't have the scenes like the coyote walking across the street, but we have the moments where McHugh does have, like, you would do something and McHugh would have an idea and he's like, "Oh, I like what you did." And then it would like kind of spiral into something else. That's kind of like an improvised moment that, at first he was going one way and then you do something and he's like, "Oh, let's do this instead." And I saw a lot of that in the first movie where me and Shea Wiggum's character, we weren't supposed to be this funny duo that it turned out to be, and we ended up being, funny. And McHugh was like, "Just keep doing a little bit more of that," and we became that like kind of comedic relief in a sense. So I guess that's the inspiration comes from, he feeds off of the actors that he has to play with.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Your
you very
take
much.
on it was the coyote.
Yes,
In the
yes,
moment.
yes.
You would say,
Yes.
two coyotes.
Two
What's better than
coyotes.
one. Two funny
Two's
coyotes.
better than one, God damn it.
Thank you.